Fly Fishing by me. It was around 7 years ago when my dad and I went camping. We took my friend Aaron and went a little ways out of town of Absorki. It was and still is my favorite camping spot. We had two special places to put our tent trailer up, and it was either the way right or the way left. When we got there, Aaron and I would either run around on the big rocks that laid in the area, cross the shallow side of the river to see the cave, or go on the mountain hill above it. Or we would grab our swimming suits to swim across the deep yet shallow part of the river so we could go cliff jumping. My dad would usually fish the whole time. If it were fly fishing or regular fishing, he didn't care. A lot of people went to the campsite just to fish, but I didn't really know much about fly fishing. One day when Aaron was in the camper, I was out roaming around near the river. I was walking over by my dad and couldn't quite understand why he kept stepping away every time I got closer to him. That was when I walked past him over to the deep, slow side of the river where a bunch of people were sitting out on the big rocks fly fishing. I stood pretty far away, even though I was still behind them. I thought fly fishing was weird because of the way the line flew and how it never really seemed to sit in the water. I was about to walk off right as I turned, something tugged on my shoulder. I turned to see one of the men that was fly fishing stop and rush over to me with his fishing rod. When I looked to my shoulder, I had seen that I had gotten hooked. The hook had gotten stuck behind the clavicle. My dad had quickly gotten over to us to see what was going on. I can't really remember how he reacted, nor if I was freaking out, or if I was calm. I just remember the man grabbing some pliers and pulling the hook out of my shoulder, and the day went on from there. To this day, I get pretty uncomfortable about fly fishing. Not that it was a really big thing, I just still haven't been around one since, so it's only my memory of it. Yeah. I interviewed my dad to see his side of the story. I asked him, what was your first reaction when you saw the hook in my shoulder? And he said, I was hoping we could get it out. I was afraid that we would have to go into the town to get it removed. Then I asked, how did they get it out? And he said the guy grabbed some pliers out of his fishing bag thing, and his wife held on to my shoulder when the guy took it out. And I asked him how I was reacting. He said I was pretty calm, but was surprised that I had a fly in my shoulder, and other than that I wasn't afraid, and I laughed a lot. And I asked how he reacted, and he said he was a little worried and unhappy since I shouldn't have been around them to begin with since they were fly fishing.
Created using Powtoon.